So the first thing is the connection between the eyes and the neck, right? So you see, in that respect, if we go back to just the basic pictures, so those would be the superficial muscles, right? And that's what we see in Sahib, the dominating SCM and the dominating more superficial parts of the trapezius. But if we zoom and look deeper, but if we look at the neck, right? So this is really the basic thing. The eyes, right? The eyeballs. So they have a direct connection to the vestibular function. So the inner ear and the eyeballs, these are the two levelers, right? So the two levelers that are actually responsible for informing the brain about the, like, how horizontal is the position within the cranium. So, and they are working in conjunction with the base of the skull and like the nuchal ligament and also the temporal mandibular joint. So in that sense, these two, the temporal mandibular joint and the nuchal ligament connection at the base of the skull, they are the like dynamic points, so the connection of the head with the body. So, and typically means that when they are too weak, if there are like deepest problems with them, especially with the base of the skull, because this is really the most obvious thing. So the temporomandibular joint and the inner ear, they're close to each other, but the base of the skull and the eyeball in particular, right? So they are on this opposite diagonals. So when there is not enough information and not enough adjustment at the base of the skull, then the brain recruits the eyeball as the horizontal leveler, which sort of informs and calibrates the whole position. So when this happens, the eyes float, and meaning that it's the double function of the eyes. So the primary, the deeper function is this vestibular function. So, and only if this vestibular function is working relatively well, so that the eyeball is not recruited to help the brain, then you can have this, the freedom of external function, which is the vision.